Ladies and gentlemen, bugs and grubs, potatoes of all ages, it is time for a stream. It is time for the Wizard of Oz. Welcome everybody to a very biased opinion, the greatest stream in the history of the world. This is the Wizard of Oz, our main series for FM23. That's Football Manager. We started our journey with Adelaide United. That was our first club. We won 2 trophies. We won the A-League finals. We won the FFA Cup. It was awesome. Our next club, we set off for greener pastures in South Korea with the mighty Chongyang Dragons. We won K-League 2, K-League 1, Korean FA Cup, and the Asian Champions League, which was mental. And then we took off for Italy, where we didn't win anything, but we had a great time and we got to play football in the most beautiful football strips in the world. And now we find ourselves in Germany, the second division, the 2 Bundesliga, with Arminia Bielefeld in wonderful Bavaria, where things are going quite well. The goal of this FM23 save, get to Europe and win the Champions League. We haven't done it yet, but we're on our way, and it's very, very exciting. I'm your old mate DP. You are in the DP Dome, and this is the Wizard of Oz. How we doing, everybody? I'm wearing my Bucks hat, not my Deadpool hat. Why? Because I forgot to change it before I sat down and started streaming. I hope everyone has had a fantastic day. It is Tuesday here in the merry old land of Oz. It is currently 8:53 p.m. We're kicking off a little bit late because I went for my walk and it took a bit longer than it usually would. But I feel better, so that's a thing. Let's jump across and get into the save while the video keeps running because it's doing its thing. Haha, we're back. My face is all lit up, super white, and I look like some kind of White Walker. Things you should adjust before the stream. Again, I keep saying it, took the L plate off way too early. But here we are ready to go. We've got a game coming up very, very soon against 1860 München. We're away from home. We're Arminia Bielefeld. We are awesome. We are second in the league, 1 point behind Kaji, 3 points above Dweeberg, and we're well off the pace on goal difference, 5 goals behind. But our top scorer, Ivan Pollard, seems to be hitting another little purple patch. If we have a quick little goosey at what he's been up to of late, 6 goals from 10 league games, 9 goals from 12 matches in all competitions. He is pretty damn good. Genuine wonder kid. Legit. So, you know, that's nice. We'll have a quick look at something we haven't looked at for a while. My managerial profile. So when we kicked off this save, all the way back now in November, I want to say 9th of November, none of this existed. We were a Sunday League footballer with no licenses. Absolutely bare bones. All of this was down here. Didn't exist. We could only speak English. Now we speak Korean, Italian, and we're fluent in German now as well, which is unreal. We're all like multilingual and stuff. Got skills. And all of these stats were very, very low. But now we got greens, we got yellows, we got all sorts of stuff going on. So, you know, we're getting there. And our scouting knowledge is quite good. This would have included Korea, but we've only deleted. So that's what happens. The mission for this season, our second season in 2 Bundesliga. We arrived in January last season, so we've done half of one. Reached the playoffs, which we're on track for. We've got to finish top 3 this season. That's the goal. We're currently in 2nd place, all going according to plan. And they wanted us to be competitive in the cup. If you missed the final game of last night's stream, you missed an absolute mind blower. It was unreal. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were done and dusted. We played in the cup. We played Hoffenheim. They're a team from the division above. Full on Bundesliga. They're in 10th place. They're well above us and our pay grade. That's their team. They don't appear to have done very well. We, on the other hand, did quite well. Gali had a shocker. It wasn't ideal. But if you have a look at all the events in this game, we took an early lead through the Chuck man himself, Chukwuemeka. It was great. Then they equalised very, very late. I want to say that. A disallowed goal here. We had a disallowed goal in the, I'm going to say, 90th minute. Was that disallowed? No, that was an own goal. Sorry, it was 1-1 at full time. And AO with an awesome header right at the death, which was disallowed for offside. Very disappointing. They scored early in extra time. because we did go to extra time. And then we equalised again through Pollard, who came on off the bench to replace Agali, who had not been going well at all. Again, 105th minute, so we saw it, second period of extra time, got there, all of our players were dead on their feet. It was a Herculean effort. And then Ribeiro came up with a monster save against Osai Samuel, and all of our penalty takers hit the target and sent Hoffenheim bundling out of the cup for an unexpected victory. It was awesome. And Chukwuemeka and Pollard scored the final 2 penalties to put us through. Both our goal scorers from open play. So it was awesome. And if you missed it, when the VOD goes up, which will probably be this week or next week when I get around to it, because I'm still working my way through the John Yam streams and getting those up onto the YubTubs. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. In the meantime, that VOD is available right here on the Twitchy Shmoo. Definitely worth a look. It was awesome. I was speechless, and a very, very happy camper. And overall, last night's stream was pretty damn good. We won a lot of football games, and we did pretty well. Pollard, the striker, hit a bit of a poor run of form, which is why Gali was starting in that cup game. But I think, given his efforts in the last match, Pollard probably earned himself a start in the next one. But we do have fitness concerns because there has only been 2 days between that cup game and this one. Never mind the fact that between the cup game and the match prior to that, there was only a 2-day gap. So we've got some very, very tired bodies in this squad. They could all do with a rest. That is for damn sure. We'll see how fitness is treating these guys tomorrow, but we're going to be playing a rotated squad against Munchen. There's just no way around it. But first, and this is what I was looking forward to, and this is why we didn't kick off right at game time tonight, is the draw for the third round of the cup. 16 teams go into the hat. We are amongst them. So let's see what happens. There are some monster teams still in the competition. We've got Borussia Dortmund, we've got Leverkusen, we've got Bayern, we've got Hamburg, lots of Bundesliga opposition. So I don't even know who we'd want. Someone from the 2 Bundesliga, I guess, and there's only a few of us: Heidenheim, Hanover, Augsburg, and us. So we'd want Heidenheim, Hanover, or Augsburg, I guess. There's Hanover. They've drawn Dortmund. Regensburg, Hamburg. Come on, Bielefeld. No, they've drawn Bayern. Ouch. Heidenheim. We'll take Heidenheim. That would be great. No. It's Freiburg. We played against Freiburg last season. No, we have got Frankfurt. Frankfurt, who at present are 12th in the Bundesliga. So they're doing okay. Looking at it, Regensburg, Hamburg, or Schalke would have been or Freiburg would have been the ones to grab, but we did not. But we have a cup draw. Cup game coming up on the 14th of January, a couple of months away. Plenty of time to prepare for that. No matter what happens in this game, the players are getting a 2-day rest because they absolutely need it. And they earned it after that cup match. That's for damn sure. The matches today, how's the fitness? The fitness is actually pretty good. I think anyone who's on a heavy match load, like Bora, we'll throw Costa in there. Conor Gillespie, we'll throw Schallenberg on for him. Everyone else seems okay. But this is a good chance to throw Bromsberg into the squad. Zabora can be replaced by Gumney for this one. We've got Tarasis there to play on the right, but I'm thinking, can you play on the right? No, but you can play on the left. Templeman's still pretty fit, so yeah, that's the move. Cool. There's our squad. That's what we're going with. I'm actually going to take Gully out and we'll start with Pollard. I think that's the smartest play Most of this fitness is okay. I'm comfortable with it. We might just sit Richter out for this one. Again, just give him a little bit of a breather. Yep. That's what we're going with. Any other big games happening? Karlsruhe playing Dweebeg. That's a huge game. We kind of want them to just draw. That would be delightful. See what happens. See if we get our wish. Wishes are good. Wishes are very, very good. We like them. Parking defensive mid. That could be an error, but we'll deal with it later if that's the case, and we'll make our substitution. So I haven't turned the ticker on. Oh, lordy lord. So I hope everyone has had a lovely, lovely Tuesday. I had a pretty good game. I did. And a pretty good day, in fact. I have been experimenting with a little thing that you might have heard of called ChatGPT. If you don't know what it is, it's a language-based AI, artificial intelligence. And I asked it to do all sorts of crazy stuff, and the results were pretty damn impressive. And then I've been chatting with a mate of mine tonight. He suggested another one that I should check out, which I'll be doing. Very, very interested. It's one of these things, you see it in action and you think, oh, you know, this is a thing and this is all well and good, and yeah, it can't be all that, can't be what everybody's talking about. And then I used it, and part of me was very, very impressed, and part of me was kind of terrified in that Skynet-y, Terminator-y, you know, are the robots going to take over kind of way. It was an experience, that's for sure, and it's only served to pique my curiosity about this stuff. Speaking of piquing curiosity, I don't know why our defense let that guy run through like that. I'm not overly happy about it, and I don't know why we're playing it against across the face of goal, which I absolutely hate. But we've still got the football, so you know that's the thing. Just making sure we're on key highlights. We're away from home, so we're going to encourage the lads. Königsdorf has picked up another knock. This guy cannot stay fit for love nor money. It does my head in. I shouldn't have played him. He's an old man. Get in there. Get that football. Pressure, pressure, pressure. All the pressure. Yes, Pollard's in. Takes it away. He's got one to beat. He's taken it around. He's gone wide. Probably too wide. But he's got support if he needs it. He's looking for the option. Finds Königsdorfer, who with a knock has scored and given us the lead. That was lovely. And that guy has found his calling out on that right wing. He has played so much better this season than last, when we were almost entirely dependent on him playing up front. But great vision from Pollard to spot him. One touch, boom, goal. His job's done. So pretty close to half time. We'll be making a substitution for Königsdorfer, but that is an important goal. Very, very important. The attendance, we're away from home, so nobody cares. I was going to have a look at the league table. Apparently the game's decided. I've got better things to do. That's another goal for Park Seung-min. Little Parky, all the way from Jeonnam, direct to your screen of choice, be it phone, television, whatever. The South Korean Dynamo, who we brought in to play as a defensive mid, gets up, big, strong, tall, wins that header, 2-0 to Arminia Bielefeld. Hell yeah. I still can't do the thing that I wanted to do. It's very disappointing. They're on the attack. I don't care for it. Win this ball. We do. Clever by Kara. Just back to the keeper. Plays it safe. Ribeiro makes no mistake. Let's hope he doesn't start now. We haven't really had any other moments of madness yet this season from Ribeiro. Maybe one, but he may not have been entirely at fault for it. It was a while ago. Can't really remember what happened, but I know it led to us conceding a goal, so I was cranky. But here's Pollard again, being a creative force, finds Chukwuemeka. He's gone near post. If he'd gone across, maybe he's got a better chance of putting that in, but it was a really good run, and again, picked out super well by Ivan Pollard. He's making a big contribution today, and I'm absolutely here for it. Königsdorfer. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Back to Chukwuemeka. Highlight peters out, and I'm left looking like a fool because I was talking lots and nothing happened. But now we've got another highlight. It's highlights galore in this game. Won another header. Finds Dardai. Out to Costa. to fresh players. Didn't see a lot of game time in that last cup game, so we expect them to go the distance today, or at least we can hope they will. But we've still got options if they don't, so it's fine. But basically, the midfield and the strikers will be exhausted. Here's Pollard. Let's put that wide. That's going to see his rating drop a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Kennisdorf has recovered a little bit from his knock, but not entirely. So, yeah, I'm pleased with the number of shots. Let's go. Let's go, go, go. Very happy with everything that's happening. About Kennisdorf is doing all right. If we can just hold out till 60 minutes, I'll be pretty happy. And there we go. It makes it across the line. I like it. So he can come off. Garley can come on for him. Anyone else looking a bit shaky? Chukwuemeka is probably tired, so we can throw... I'm going to throw Brownsborg on. He hasn't seen a lot of game time. You're a lefty or a righty. You're a right footer. And you want to play as a playmaker. No, you're going to play central midfield and you're going to like it, because that's what we're training you to do. And that's 2 changes. That'll do for now. Zanardi was offside there. So whatever was going on in that highlight came to nothing. They are more tired than us. This pleases me greatly. Right, next changes. Park Soo-ming's coming off. Templeman can come on for him. Might just swap these guys over. No? No, you're not up for that? Okay, okay. I'm going to give Dume a run for Mogala. That's 4 changes. We've got 1 more to make. We're going to praise the lads because we're doing really well. We're not really producing anything this half, but, you know, we're doing fine. We have got a very tired Kara, a very tired Dadai. Kara will be fine. Let's give Madiayo a bit of a run because I like his name. It's fun to say. And let's just not concede 2 goals. Hey, lads, that would be great. Garley gets up for the header. Doesn't win it, but it looked impressive. That's a very strange ball all the way across the pitch. But hey, we won it. Garley's free. He's given the ball away, though. Very, very cheaply. That's a clever play from their attacker. We've got Cole isolated, but there's room in the centre. Good save from Ribeiro under pressure, but we gave him way too much space. And now I'm worried because set piece, Ribeiro's there, he's got it covered. Yikes. Yikey dakey dikes. I mean, they shouldn't be doing anything. Look at them, they're all exhausted and league team. Ah, I win. Karlsruhe have won. Damn it. But still, we did our part. Pollard with a 7.8. Very well deserved. With the assists there. Park Soo-ming, player of the game on an 8. I love it. I knew he'd be a good signing. I told you all. Yeah, we probably paid too much for him, but, you know, whatever. Parky, where are you? You. I am delighted. You were excellent. He's lost focus. Don't talk to me, boss. Put me off my jams. I'm sorry, Chief. You did well out there. There we go. I never like it when I give him a pat on the head. Don't understand. I don't understand. Still in second place. With now a 6-point gap. Back to Bochum because Karlsruhe beat Dweeberg 1-0. And Bochum smashed Union Berlin, but that was a goal fest there. Far out. Oh, I love having Parky back in the team. What a signing. Again, probably paid too much for him. But, Konysov is out for 4 weeks. That guy, as good as he is, we're going to have to move him on. Because he's 28 now, and he just keeps getting injured. And I can't have a player injured all the time in squad. It doesn't help. It's no good to us on the bench. creeping up on January. It's not urgent because we're doing fine, but Gali, replace him with Tarasis. And we don't really have a backup striker, so if we do this and this and swap these two over, yeah. Yeah, I'm not 100% comfortable with it because we've got Dweeberg next and that's kind of scary. Gillespie can come back into the midfield. Schellenberg can come up on the bench for Bromsberg. So I want to swap them over. It's been really good when he's played. He's only played 2 games though, so clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. Training, rest, 2 days for everybody, go. Actually got a gap, or a decent sized gap, between matches again. So yeah, ChatGPT is the one I was fiddling with today, which is very fun, basically just type in a robot. But yeah, it was cool. Beautiful AI is the one that was recommended to me, and yeah, I'll probably spend half an hour checking that out after the stream, because I haven't actually dived in yet and had a looky-loo. But it's a weird thing, it's very curious, and potentially very, very useful. Of course, we just don't want him to take over the world. Oscar Prowley doesn't see himself struggling being out of the team. Henning would like to go out on loan. Schellenberg, can you sort him out? Please try and sort him out and be successful for once, so I don't have to have one of these conversations. Oscar, what's up, champ? Alright, loan sounds sensible. I'll do what I can. Transfer, offer the clubs, loan offer, pay his wages, and done. That was easy. Someone loan him. He's good. We'll give him a couple of games, put him in the shop window. No offers. Idiots. We know he's good. We'll just play him a bit more. He'll calm down. He'll be fine. What I'm not doing is starting him against Dweeberg, Huey, Dewey, and Louis. Because it's a big game. Don't you be dropping AO. It's crazy talk. Chuckman is absolutely deserving of an international call-up. The board have thrown some money into the coffers. It doesn't solve the problem, but it helps. And hey, there's cash here, board, if you want it. I don't really need to spend in January. If you want that, go for it. And keep the balance floating. But I guess we don't have to stress. We're almost halfway through the season. Oh, we're 2 million in the hole. But if we keep going the way we're going and the cash stays at about that level or that rate of impact, then if we're able to hang on and get promotion to the Bundesliga, which is worth a pretty penny, could solve the problem anyway, and then it would just be a non-issue. So that would be lovely. Move a chair in a bit. Sit back and get comfortable. Russo now developing concerns. Schellenberg, can you sort him out? You're not very good at this, Seb. You want to go out on loan too? Yeah. So he'll go on the loan list. I don't need to do anything. And let me guess, no offers? Alright, fine, I will offer him out. Transfer, offer to clubs, loan. Yeah, there you go. Easy. And now we'll get told there are no offers for it. Scouting finished for this guy. He's expensive. Yum! Yum, 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 yum. He wanted a big wage, as I recall. But he'd be great as a winger for us, because he can play either side. sort of covering midfield, but not awesomely. He is 28. Look at his injury. Whoa. Yeah, fits and starts. Little ones. He's had one big one last year, but nothing recent he's getting on, so I wonder. 1.2 million? We've seen him in action, we know he's good, we know he's consistent. Bernardo is still knocking about at Adelaide. Wow. It baffles me, they're still running plays that were there, what, 8 seasons ago now. When we left, some of the guys they're playing, we were just bringing into the team. Or had played for us for 2 seasons or 3 seasons. Crazy. Hey, Mr. Luke's there. Changed my mind. I think it's saving for the SS91. Because it's more medley. Like some heavy strings on. Tune C. Yeah. SS91 would be a good choice. You could probably do it with the Gnosis as well, the blue one. Because that's a more, like, super stratty metal guitar. Mr. Luke's in chat, everybody. We're talking guitars if you don't know what's going on. But yeah, the SS91's nice. That's basically their Ibanez copy, yeah? The pointy strap. It's a nice guitar. You definitely don't need to look at their SG copy because you already got one of them. And you've seen their 7 and 8 strings, so that'd make your life a lot easier if you're looking at playing in those lower tunings, because got no strings, tuned down, problem solved. Restart the thingy. Wonder Yishkul. Another midfielder. Already got my defensive midfielder. We got Parky, who scored in the last game because he's champion and he's awesome. This might be a record. We're 30 minutes in. We're going to be playing our second match of the night. Let's get to the press conference. Smash it out. Here we go. Meow. Press conference done. Our media handling is exceptional. Chaka-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Got to play Huey, Julie and Louis. Currently in 4th place after losing to Karlsruhe. Augsburg beat Grutterfuth. Heidenheim drew with our rivals Paderborn. Grutterfuth are down in 8th. And Augsburg are now in 5th, but also on 23 points. So we're starting to establish the gap that we're after here, but we definitely want a bigger one, and we want Karlsruhe to drop some points. We want to win the psychological battle and go top of the league. If we can. We don't have to, but if we can extend that gap, excuse me, to the teams below us, I'd be so happy. Bearing in mind, our influential right winger, Königsdörfer, is now out for a month. Karlsruhe are playing Oldenburg, who are rock bottom. So if Oldenburg want to start winning, now would be a really good time. I won't complain. Just saying, lads, feel free. And none of these other games really impact us if we can do our part and beat Dweeberg, Huey, Julie and Louis. So we'll see what happens. Everybody's fit. Everybody's happy. Actually, not everybody's happy. Give Schellenberg a rest. Yeah, enough time's passed. We're good. I'm happy with this squad. This is a good thing. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Midfield's not quite right. But the midfield's been changed because transfers. It's fine. It's fine. Yes. Just go with whatever the ass man tells me to say. I'm basically a sock puppet at this point for the assistant manager. Let's go. Are we at home? We are at home. I could have known that by paying attention at any other point instead of like on the day. But them's the breaks. All right, let's go. Let's make stuff happen. We've got a corner. Here's Costa. Launches into the box. Parky's up. Parky heads just over. This Park's your mid, don't you know? Let's encourage lads. Here we go again. Another corner. I like it. We're up. I think that was Morgalo. He's headed just wide. So we're dangerous from corners. We're just not getting them on target. We've already had 5 shots. They're kicking it out. Let's win the football, hey? There we go. No, don't give it back to them. That sucks. Yeah, Costa's in. Costa's playing well already. Long ball over the top for Pollard. This is where he's dangerous. Took too long. That extra touch, defender got there, but I can see what he was trying to do. He's just trying to round the keeper and just tap it in. One touch too many. It was a good effort. That's another corner for us. No joy. Chuckman to Morgala, who's trying to chip the keepers. Very cheeky indeed from the centre back. Trying to be all finessey and fancy pants. It's like, dude, you're a central defender. Don't even. Here's Park. Finds Dardai. He's looking for an option. Plays it through for Sevi Richter, who plays it straight into their keeper. It feels like it's going to be one of those days where we're just lacking that final effort. Oh, good lord. I'm not sure what kind of a pass, across, a shot was being attempted there, but it nearly paid off in the guise of an own goal. Sevi Richter, back to Park, back to Costa. Holding possession well. Need a bit more sting on those back passes though to move the ball faster. It's Costa now. Up to Seb Richter. Finds Gillespie. Plays it through. Pollard's there. Beats the keeper. The flag is down. That is a goal. Don't you even think about it, referee. That is 1-0 to Arminia Bielefeld. We're just waiting for confirmation. It's clearly a formality. There you have it. Lovely stuff. This was well worked. Sebi Richter to Gillespie. He's played the ball over the top. Splits the defence. Keeper commits too early. And that is Ivan Pollard's bread and butter. We have a legit striker, and I love it. It's been so long. This is what I've been looking for all that time at Palermo and last season, that majority of a season at John Yam without Lee Gu. We just wanted someone who could consistently bang in the goals. And he might be on loan, but we finally got one, and he could be firing us, at least partially, towards the Bundesliga. Let's just try and give everyone a rev up here. Get some more green happening. Is it working? Not really. Not much really. But we've got a free kick. That's a cheeky one from Dardai. Just a little worm burner. Back to Sebi Richter. What a goal from Dardai. Holy crap. That was an absolute bullet from outside the area. I need to see this again because I don't fully understand what happened. So Dardai's played this cheeky little pass to Richter from the free kick. Richter's laid it back to Dardai. One touch on the left foot over to his right foot and then hits it on the volley and just leathers it into the goal. That was awesome. I'm legit in shock, which is why I don't sound super excited, but that happened so fast and he hit that with a lot of power and didn't have a lot of time to prepare for it. It was very impressive. Dardai's decided he wants more game time, and while Koenigsdorf is injured, he's going to stake his claim. And I have no issue with that. You can do that all day, buddy. All of the time. If he wants Koningdorf's spot, that's the way to go about keeping it. These guys are a bit of a mess going forward. Here's Seb Richter now, breaking in the area. He finds Dardai, who scored again on the volley, on his right foot. Once again, 3-0 to Arminia Bielefeld now. 2 goals for Dardai, or Dardai, or Dardai. Nobody knows. What I do know is he did this. Boom! The keeper's just like, man, not again. Yes, again. All of the agains. Ignore this. Set pieces are our thing. They've had 2 shots, none on target. Praise the lads, because this has been outstanding. We can make a couple of changes here and just protect some bodies. Parky come off. He's playing well, but we don't need to risk it. Let's get Browlow on. Let's get Duma on for Kara. I'm not taking Dardai off the pitch. We've just scored again. Who was that? Pollard scored. They're having another look at it. I've only seen it because it was happening behind the substitutions, which I've just confirmed. It's going to count, so the boys can party. They know what's happened. I've got no idea. Dardai, again. Runs it in, plays it across. Pollard's there, first time. Plays it away from the keeper. That is a classy finish. 4-0 to Arminia Bielefeld. Here it is again. He's played it backwards. No offside there. We are putting on a clinic. Dardai's on a perfect 10. I can't take him off the pitch. He'll murder me. Templeman can come on, have a run in midfield, swap these guys over. I can't sub Dardai. We can throw Madiao on for Morgala. And we'll throw Gumney Bear on for Donati, because Donati's an old man now. And the other guys can just get tired and play on. We're still attacking, by the way. We're not done at 4-0. We're like, no. We can do better. Here's Costa, again. That's cleared by the defender. Morgala's in to win the challenge. Chuckman's having a shot from range. It's a quiet play off. Dardai's there. Imperious. He was. He's taken it. Thought he was going to take it off their defender and launch it into the box again. Oh, I mean, praise lads, because holy moly. This is the kind of performance I've been waiting for all season. By the way, Karlsruhe losing to Oldenburg. And I think they've just lost to Oldenburg, which means we go top of the league. But Dardai has just blown our collective socks off with a perfect 10 performance. On a day, our striker scored a brace. Seb Richter's had a blinder. But Dardai, I mean, goal, and an assist. I got no words. I don't need to praise anyone else. Dardai, I mean, holy crap, man. Seb Richter, pleased with your performance. Gillespie as well, delighted. Ribeiro kept a clean sheet. Morgala had a great game. Is that everybody over a 7.5? Yes. But I mean, wowzers. That is what I'm talking about. Top of the league. And now a 9-point gap back to Bochum. They do have a game in hand. And 2 points between us and Kalju. That was a freakish performance. He was superb, son. Press conference. Done. And oh yes, you have all absolutely earned 2 days off for that effort. Holy dooly. Nothing to complain about. We got a huge gap before the next game. I'm tempted not to schedule a friendly. One there, 7th, 21st, and then we've got a 3-week gap. No, we'll schedule a friendly. Why not? Where don't we play? Here, after the Dweebo game. So, yeah. Smaller rep teams. We don't need to go crazy. Let's play SC Velbert. It's certainly not for confidence reasons because, oh, look at this. 6 on the bounce. Including a win against a full-fledged Bundesliga team. Ignore that. 5 on the bounce because that was a friendly. Hell yeah. Love it. You want a new contract? Schallenberg, sort him out. No. How old are you? You're only 24. Bence. Benke. What are you earning? That. Regensburg are probably going to chase you. Doesn't want a huge wage. Yeah, fine. I'm going to offer him a contract, but I'm not going to promise him what he wants. Let's play an attacking midfielder with the role of Enganche. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that is all fine. So he'll get his new contract and shut the hell up. Oh, and yes, Pollard has scored his 10th goal of the season. Top scorer. He's already beaten the record from last season, which is impressive. And really, he's probably just getting warmed up. So, you know, what are we, 13 games in, he scored 10 goals. That is not a bad return. Bochum plays St. Pauli. Bochum are probably going to win, but if St. Pauli could, that would be great. Nuremberg, all the way down here. Darmstadt down here. Hanover and messing around down the bottom. So yeah, it would be great if Bochum could cough one up for us. Bochum. They did not. They beat the ever-loving snot St. Pauli. But we are 2 points clear of Karlsruhe, and we are 6 points clear of Bochum. Just where we want to be. So that gap shrunk a little bit, but yeah, we're going the right way. Another million they've thrown in. I take that, because the board didn't do this last season. So they've thrown in some more money. I don't know if that's going to be reflected there yet. Income. Okay, yeah. But yeah, the board weren't pumping money in like that last season. That's for damn sure. To keep everything ticking over. So what I was going to say is, I think that's an indication they've got a decent amount of faith in the job we're doing, and they're a little bit excited, because if they're keeping our head above water, A from the board. They weren't happy with the loss of St. Pauli, neither were we. But everything else, they're very happy campers. The supporters, we're up to a B, so they don't hate us anymore, and they're not meh in us. Didn't like losing to St. Pauli, understandable. But they love that 4-0 win, that's for sure. Excellent. I love it when things go well. So much better than things were going at Palermo. Mind you, it's important for context. At Palermo, when we left, we were still winning football games. And we were still drawing football games. And we weren't wallowing in the bottom half of the table. We were in like second place or something when we ran away. We left because there was just no money. So we were in the January transfer window, and we knew we couldn't bring in any players, and what we super desperately needed was a striker, and there were none for free. So it just wasn't an option. We got here and encountered a pretty similar issue in that we didn't have a lot of money to spend when we arrived, about $1.5 million. But I think the transfers we've made over the summer have had the desired effect. We've got a striker who's scoring goals. We've brought in Richter, who's definitely strengthened on the left side. A little bit inconsistent, but he's been pretty good. Chuckman, who was good when he came in last season, and Gillespie, the newer signing, have been really good in midfield, along with the older boys, Schallenberg and Templeman. Park coming in as defensive midfielder rather than centre-back has been a little bit of a revelation. Morgala's been playing better at centre-back. The two young loanee centre-backs, Kara and Jume, I've got no issues with them. Company Baron's still a bit iffy with, but even Mateo, like 2.5 star. He hasn't played as much as I thought I'd use him. But again, I've got no hesitation throwing him on the pitch most of the time. Jago Costa, who came in last season, hasn't played as much as Zabora, but appears to be playing better. So yeah, everything's just rocking on nicely. What are some pedals that are like absolute essentials? Tuning pedal. Definitely want to tune a pedal. So much easier than a headstock tuner or anything else. It's not, if you've got a tuner, it's not absolutely critical. But now that since I've had a tuner pedal, playing Fat Lip, got to the clean part and went, crap. Yeah, because you're playing through the Fender, so you got to fiddle with stuff. Yep. Yeah, so you probably want an overdrive pedal. And by overdrive, we're not talking like a big fat distortion or metal pedal. We're just talking a lighter overdrive. So something like a Tube Screamer or a Tube Screamer clone as like your first gain stage. So the way I run my stuff, actually, give me a second. I won't do that because it's still in the case. I was going to get my pedal board out. Hang on. The chair's got wheels. It was running over my cable. So yeah, overdrive pedal. So like Tube Screamer clone. And then you probably want something that's... I'm just thinking in terms of the stuff I know you like, Senor Lucas. Tube Screamer clone, and then probably a slightly heavier type overdrive. Something along the lines of second gain stage. Probably like a blues driver. Yeah, something like the blues driver. I've got a... crap, I can't remember what it's called. But it's a second gain pedal on my board, and it's great. It's a TC pedal. But again, it's another overdrive, but it's not as It's not as light as a tube screamer. It's a little bit heavier. You can get more dirt out of it. But even if you just had the one overdrive pedal, you can bypass the tube screamer and go to something else. So then you can play your amp clean. So you're playing fat lip, you can play the clean part. And then when you get to the heavier part, or at least the slightly heavier part, you stomp on your first overdrive pedal and you get that gain stage. Then you'd want something along the lines of a proper distortion for the like heavier, rocky, punk, medley type stuff you play. TC Electronics do a bunch of them that fit the mold, that are sort of under or around $100. You can get clones of them for about $50-$60 and nice and cheap. But you're looking at something like the Magus from TC Electronic. Something might be a bit intense, but something like the Rat, the Proco Rat. DS1 from Boss, about $100. Nothing wrong with the DS1. Yeah, and that's about it. Or if you want to get tricky, you could get one of the dual pedals, dual stage overdrive pedals. Got 2 foot switches, so it's like OD1, OD2 on the same pedal. That would work. And then depending on how heavy you want to go, after that you could look at something like a fuzz or a really heavy distortion. What you like, a metal zone, as cliche as it is, would do the job. But something that's like a flat out distortion, or from Behringer, like the Ultra Metal, or the Ultra Fuzz pedal that I had, the orange one, that's really good. Like for me in that spot, that's where I've got my Electro Harmonics, the Big Muff. A Muff is a great pedal, and that hits like all those like late 90s, early noughties, super heavy alternative rocky type sounds like Soundgarden and those guys, Smashing Pumpkins. So yeah, for your gain stuff, that's what you're after. Because the sort of amp you've got and the way you play, you could have something like a light, very light chorus and reverb on your amp all the time. But yeah, you definitely want 1, maybe 2 gain pedals. Start with 1 gain pedal. That's all you need. And then maybe some species of modulation. If you've got reverb in your amp, don't get a reverb pedal. Just use your amp reverb. You're playing through a Fender anyway. So you're going to be hard pressed to buy a better reverb than that without spending a lot of money. Yeah, modulation, you probably just chorus or a phaser, or yeah, something subtle. You wouldn't want to crank it and have it warbling all over the place. At the moment, you probably wouldn't be overly interested in delay. But you will be at some point, trust me. You will want delay pedals. I now have 2 on my board. Plus I can have like 3 delays in my Katana. Or 2 or 3 or something, I can't remember how many. I use a lot of delay. I like my echoes. Echoes are fun. But yeah, I'd say some form of gain, a modulation pedal, a tuner, and I'd say a boost, but you're not playing through a tube amp, so a boost won't really do anything for you yet. So yeah, there you go. It's a tough one. But the ones I recommend, or the ones I would recommend if you're just starting out, the artist website or Swamp, don't spend a fortune on pedals when you kick off. As silly as it sounds, it doesn't matter where you start. If you're getting pedals, you're either going to want to replace them very quickly, either because you like them or you really like them and you want something more gooder, or because you don't like them and you want to try something else. So your early pedals, think of them as being almost disposable. It's going to be an outlay of cash, but you are going to move on and get rid of them. Because I've got like a overdrive pedal, a noise gate pedal, a couple of different distortions or fuzz pedals, and 2 or 3 modulation pedals that are just sitting over there doing absolutely nothing, that I won't use anymore because I've replaced them. But you know, they're pedals, so I won't sell them because I'm a hoarder. But yeah, so the Swamp website or artist, and have a look at, again, for your first lot, maybe the Joyo pedals or Joyo, whatever they call them. They're cheap, they don't look awesome, but they do the job. But also artists, they've got the Kaleen pedals, which have really cool graphics on them, because graphics is the most important part of any guitar pedal. But I've got one of theirs, which is one of my delays, the Simon delay, which is a analog, digital, and tape delay, and it is fantastic. I got it because I wanted a digital delay. I got it because I wanted a digital delay, and I don't use it. I use the tape setting of all things. It's the warbly and gross, and it's awesome. So yeah, there's my pedal advice. Gain stage, modulation, tuner first in your chain, then your drive, then your modulation. To start with, and then you'd be messing around with it and try your modulation in front of your gain and see how that interacts, and if you like it, and if not, swap it back. Try with the tuner afterwards. You'll be surprised. Can make a difference, might not make a difference, but just gotta mess around, find what you like. There's no right or wrong way to do it. If it sounds good, it is good. If it doesn't sound good, someone's probably going to tell you very quickly. But yeah, for your first drive pedal, your first gain pedal, I take it back. Don't go a tube screamer, because it's not going to give you the kind of drive and distortion that you'll be looking for. You'll need something a little bit angrier and dirtier to do what you want it to do. I would say, what's the one I've got? It's TC pedal, the Grand Magus, or Magus, Grand Magus. It's good distortion. I really like it. It's not crazy, stupid heavy. But it's not crazy, stupid heavy. You just gotta ride the dials a little bit to find a sweet spot. But once you find it, holy crap, you're off to the races. It's good times. We are a little bit... yeah, you're lacking fitness. What else here? No. These guys who want to go out on loan, Russo and Growley. I mean, no one wants to loan them. I was going to say, maybe we should look to sell them, but if no one's loaning them, no one's going to pay money to buy them either. The other thing I would say too, Lucas, as tempting as it is, and you know I tried this back in the day, shopping for effects pedals and stuff and wanting to try a bunch of different ones out. It could be worth looking at something like a multi-effects unit that has like a bunch of different built-ins and foot switches and stuff, because then you've got a whole heap of different kinds of effects you can try. The only problem with doing that is it can be really hard to identify when you find a patch in that or a setting that you like, to find what actual pedal that corresponds to in the real world, especially if it's not like a boss unit or something. It can make life a bit harder, and I've had multi-effects units before, and they were mostly fine at the time, but now I have a pedal board. And since I got a pedal board, I won't go back to using a multi-effect. But that's just my thing. Completely subjective. My word is not law. I rarely know what the hell I'm doing. You guys have seen enough of these streams to know that for a fact. But yeah. That whole, with those solid state amps with the built-in effects and stuff, that transition from like clean to dirt, it can be a real pain in the butt, which is another reason I went the pedal board route. Because even with the Boss Katana, when you switch it from like a clean channel to a dirty channel, there's a slight pause. It doesn't really work the way you want it to. Because the other thing is you could probably find a foot switch for your Fender amp that'll let you make the changes you're looking for, but it's not the same. Pedals are great. All the pedals. Buy all the pedals. There's my advice. Do everything. Da, 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 da. Kill, crush, destroy, get the football. Yes, Gillespie steals it. He's got help if he needs it. Finds Pollard. Pollard shoots it straight into the keeper's hands again. He does that a lot. He's not super great at picking those empty spaces. And his rating's suffering for it. A big time. We're not dominating possession the way we like to, but we've got the football here, so I'm okay with it. Here's Parky, finds Chuckman. Out to Richter. He's going to have a little run if he can. He's got space. Back to Zabora. Just buys a bit more time. Snaky run from Richter. Out to Dardai. Into Pollard. Dribbles over the line. Flags down, ref. He's not offside. Don't even think about it. That's goal number 11 for him this season. Don't you dare disallow it, or I will destroy you and burn down your house. So you got to do, threaten the ref. The game hears you, it knows. Don't threaten referees, people. It's not cool. They're just doing their job. Yeah, no way is he offside. These two guys are miles in front of him. The keeper's not happy. He's flipping off his defenders. You pack of morons. Yeah, look at that. Why are you even asking the question? Crazy. 1-0. 1-0 to Arminia Bielefeld. I just wrote that song just then. I don't even need ChatGPT. I'm all over it. Pump those fists. Things going well. You're capable of even better. Surely you can do better. Can't do quick. Praise the lads. Dardai's having another good game. Donati is doing Donati things. I mean, really, at this point, we're just watching fitness, and we don't want to weaken the squad too much when it comes time to make a couple of changes. But we are all over them. We're going to give Dardai a rest. Garley's going to come on for him. Chuckman or Gillespie. I think Chuckman can have a breather. We'll throw Schallenberg on. Maybe swap these guys over. And Rowley can come on for Parky. That'll do for now. We'll make a couple more in a minute with 10 minutes to go. Praise the lads. Just want to show the time I've got. A couple more changes we can make. Duma come on for Morgala. Zabora's on a 6.6. Hasn't had a great day. Costa can come on for him. Job done. So tuner, overdrive, gain / distortion, blues driver. Metals only pedals. Well, Pollard scored again. What a hero. I love having a striker. It's the best. Your blues driver and metals only pedals would fall into your overdrive / gain distortion buckets. Same thing. A blues driver is basically an overdrive pedal with a bit more. So like a blues driver for you would serve the same purpose as what most people would use a tube screamer for. It would be like almost an always on pedal, just to give it a little bit of bite, a little bit of edge, a little bit of dirt coming through. So it's almost like a dirty clean sound, but you can crank the gain up on it and it goes pretty hard. Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine plays with the blues driver, or at least he did. I'm pretty sure he's got one on his board. Most of his gain he gets out of his modded amps, but yeah, blues driver, great pedal. And then your metal zone is more like your full out distortion, but you can avoid a metal zone, avoid it, because people will judge you for it. You can get good sounds out of metal zones though. It's a fact. It's a real thing. 5 points clear at the top of the league. We are awesome. Suck at Carldrew. 5 points behind us. Now cough up points. Lose, lose, lose. Lose, 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 lose. I want to finish the stream. Top of left freaking league. If we can. Don't want a permanent deal struck for Pollard. I've got news for you people and it's all bad. We cannot afford that boy. He's very, very expensive. Very. Way above our program. And yeah, for a tuner, if possible, the Polytune. Again, from, I think, TC. Yeah, Polytune's TC Electronics. Polytune's an awesome tuner. A little bit pricier. I've got the Mini. It's quite nice. Doesn't take up a lot of room on the board. Once you've got a tuner, you'll fall down the rabbit hole of like, do I need a buffer or do I not need a buffer? Where should pedals go in a pedal chain? But there's like a gazillion videos on YouTube that'll explain signal paths and effects chains and what buffers do and don't do and blah, 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 blah. But also with the blues driver, there's plenty of clones and like blues driver like pedals that you'll be able to find that'll do exactly the same thing. Still my head in. Hang on, I've got to check what that other overdrive of mine is called. Found it. Oh, it's heavy. Pedal board, can you see that? Yeah, so. Tuner. First stage overdrive. The Cinders, the TC Electronics Cinders is the other overdrive. The Grey Magus for more dirt. The Big Muff for all the dirt, and that's replaced the fuzz pedal. Ugh. Third dimension is my chorus, or chorus-ish. Echo Brain, analog delay, great pedal. Simon digital delay, but does analog and tape as well. And then I've just got a looper, which I never use. And this little guy, oh my god, this is heavy. This will go over here, the humdinger. So tuner goes in that side, and the humdinger splits the signal. So all all the dirty pedals go out one end into my tube amplifier, and then all my modulation pedals go out into a different amplifier because I run a 2 amp rig. So you don't need a humding. There's my pedal board. I'm never holding that up on stream again. Your amp does have somewhere to plug pedals in the input jack. Guitar goes in the first pedal, patch cable, patch cable, patch cable, out of the last pedal, into the amp. It just means if you run any of the effects on the amp at the same time, that'll go like over the top of everything that's coming from the guitar, pedal, 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 amplifier. But neither of my amplifiers have got effects loops, so I run everything into the front. But my Boss Katana, which is my wet amplifier, it runs all the wet or modulation effects. That's always clean, unless I'm going stupid. So it's fine for everything to run into the front end, because all the amp's doing is maybe giving it some reverb and some delay. And then my tube amp, which is my dry amp, the amp itself is clean, but just on the edge of breakup. And then it's just receiving the gain pedals. And that's all it does. And then because it's a 2 amp rig, it sounds huge and glorious. But you absolutely don't need to do that. You build the whole pedal board, run it straight in the front of another amp to keep the amp clean, and you'll be fine. Unless you want to run reverb or delay or something like a light, subtle effect, and then you're fine running the pedals into that. And again, that's where your signal chain becomes a thing. But for a decent amp with an effects loop, you're looking at a decent outlay of cash. You can get cheap ones, but you don't want a cheap amp with an effects loop, because then you're getting a cheap effects loop. Pucks you mint to try. No, Killer 3 balls. No, I wanted to try Killer 3 balls. I want all the Killer 3 balls. I didn't rest anybody after that game. That was probably dumb, hey? Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Ugh. You'll have to let me know what you want for your birthday, Mr. Lucas. Because as I was saying the other night, could be looking at some species of guitar-shaped object. Maybe slapping a pedal board together for someone. Maybe an amplifier. Who knows? La 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 la. La 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 la. Sorry, I'm just cleaning out my phone message notifications because they're annoying me. La 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 la. We are favourites for the clash. Königsdorf is fit. I'm not taking Dardai out of this squad anytime soon. I got no reason to. Costa's coming back in. Schellenberg. Gillespie's been playing a lot. Schellenberg coming for him. I would like to get Königsdorf on the bench. Jimmy's got a knock. So Russo can come into the squad there. Yeah, that's pretty good. A guitar rack too. So the aforementioned pedals, SS91, can't think of much else. Alright. Cool. Because I know there's a thing tomorrow. I'm aware. Haven't forgotten. But the next like 2 weeks or so is a little bit mental on this end because I got to go to Melbourne next week, which I know is a rubbish excuse. I do apologise, but it was all pre-organised because I'm going to see Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm going to see John Frusciante play guitar in the real world for the first time in like 30 years. I've never seen him play live, and I cannot freaking wait. So that's going to be epic. So after that is when I can organise stuff, which is what I'll be doing. Well, technically, I'll be organising it this week, but yeah. Yeah, so leave it with me. Tomorrow is my night off streaming, so that's when I'll make up my melon. A national holiday. Oh, yeah. It's not even national. It's like internationally recognised. It's like when, what's his name? Baldy Infantino, when Pele died, and he was like, yeah, I'm a loser, and every country should name a stadium after Pele, which isn't going to happen. No one's going to do it. But yeah, he like put out the same notification for Feb 1st. It's just nobody listens to him because he's a tool bag. So yeah, well, here's what we'll do. You let me know tomorrow if anything on your list gets ticked off by someone else, because no one tells me anything. And then I'll have a better idea of where the gaps are to fill in. But a guitar rack is super easy. You've got 2, so I'm thinking like a 3-axe rack will do for a start. Probably get away with that. Yeah, and then other stuff. We'll get you hooked up. Don't sweat it. Have you learned how to change your own strings yet? So if you haven't, you need to. I was New Year's Eve, I was changing strings in the dark. Successfully. Even got it on tuning peg the right way around and everything, and did the loop and tuck thingy, so it's like a locked tuner now. I'm a white grunge master, Sammy. Love that guitar. Still didn't bring it home after 2 years. Still not here. Still sitting at dance place. Ah, good lord. Anyway, football time. We're going to play a football game against... Oh! Oh! Nothing's happening. But we've got heaps of the football, apparently. Can we see a highlight, please, Football Manager? That'd be awesome. It would make me happy. Karlsruhe playing as well against Darmstadt. Playing on learning how, so I can whack 0.56s. Whoa, that's a fatty string. Oh, Pollard. Oh, nearly. Just trying to think. With a gauge that heavy on the SG, if at some point you decide to give it a crack, put the strings on, but if you can, you'll need to take it for a service because that'll add a lot of tension to the neck, and it'll change the action a lot. So the bridge will need adjusting. Because the intonation will go all wonky, and you'll want to, I'm assuming you'll want to be able to keep the thing in tune, and with that much tension, it's probably gonna, it's not a bad thing, but it'll bow the neck more, so there'll need to be more relief in the neck, which sounds weird because you're playing in a drop C and they'll be all floppy and stuff. But yeah, playing that low, you need the guitar set up to handle that. Because I found it. I only went from like briefly. I didn't do it for long because it's not my thing. I couldn't handle it. I put a set of 11s on, I want to say the Les Paul. And I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And that was playing in E flat. Pollard did again. Scoring goals. For fun. Shut up, ref. No way he was offside. Yeah, goal stands. Ivan Pollard, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so on the Les Paul. And the necks on those things are like friggin' oak trees. Yeah, and just the tension from that, like it was really hard to keep in tune. The neck went a little bit funky. So yeah, I ended up ripping the 11s off because again, I hated it. I think I took it all the way back down to 9s. And then I did some very light, careful neck adjustment because I hate doing it. I'm not very good at it. Fiddled with the bridge a little bit, but yeah, that's the black Les Paul Roxana. That still has a broken pickup selector. That's out of all of them, that's the one that needs the most work from a tech or a luthier, just to get it right. It's not damaged, it's fine. Just needs some TLC. Lesson learned by me: don't put heavy gauge strings on guitars because I'm a weakling and can't handle it. We are gonna make a couple of subs. The die's coming off. Kearney's Jiff's coming in. Park Seung-ming's coming off. Russo's gonna have a run. Mediao's gonna come on for Morgala. Diego Costa's confused by my feedback, which is dumb. Is anyone else nervous? He doesn't want to be out there. No. If you're confused, Diego, get off the pitch. You scare me. We got one more sub to make. And really nowhere to make it. So we're just going to go with that for now. Get the SG service for drop C first. Then do it yourself a future change. Probably take it straight in for a neck adjustment because it's made it up B. Yeah. Strats are funny things. They're fickle little beasts. But yeah, it's worth getting the service. If anything else, usually, or at least in my experience, all two of them, both strats I've got, when I got them, the action was way too high. Straight out of the box or out of the factory. It's fine up near the nut. Oh, that was a good goal from them. That's really annoying. We're going attacking. We are encouraging the lads. We are going to instructions. We are doing all the things because I'm not having that. Yeah. Confirm the changes. These changes haven't even gone through, damn it. Because it did that stupid thing where it puts it up in the top corner. Oh, Ribeiro, don't be coming out that far for the football. You're a goalkeeper. Stay back there. You terrify me sometimes. We still got Pollard on the pitch. Come on, guys. We're better than... No, you're better than this. Come on, come on, come on. Here's Pollard. Looking for Richter. Finds him. Bursting into the box. There be Richter! Ah, yes! Oh, I've turned the ticker off instead of letting the boys party. Oh, that was a bit exciting. I lost my mind for a moment. I apologise for whatever face I just pulled. And for probably revealing my moves. Took a deflection off the defender, but it beat the keeper. Assist for Pollard. Yes, proceed with tactical changes. Stay attacking. Stay on top of them. Oh, So good. The boys are still partying. Okay, now I'm getting excited because, like, another result not too long ago, that sort of game where we take an early advantage. Yeah, maybe we take the foot off the pedal a little bit. Don't play at our best. They come back. And then we pull off the late winner like that. That's the sort of resolve and performance that usually leads to things like promotions. Just saying. I'm not saying that we're going to get right. I didn't say that. Did you say anybody? No, nobody's saying that. Everybody's touching wood at the moment. None of that occurred. All I'm saying is that historically, the ability for a team to pull out a result like that is a good thing. As we just saw. Yeah. Definitely get the strat serviced. That's what I was talking about with the Mr. Leakers. Get the strat serviced. Get the action nice and low and consistent across the net. Get the intonation set. They'll fix up the pickup height to make sure the volume across the pickups and all the selector positions is consistent. Unless you don't want it to be. If you want it a bit louder out of the bridge, they can hook that up for you. It's not a bad move. It's like an extra gain stage. But yeah, I love my strats. Pollard's up to 4.5 star ability. Training, rest. Day off for everybody. Eggalor, a backup keeper, has stepped up massively for us. Yes, he's conceded a goal in that last game that nearly cost us, but thankfully, Sebi Richter spared his blushes. Morgala's playing well. We've just got a good team. I could be doing more to rotate. And sharing the old game time around. Probably wouldn't be a silly idea. But, you know, screw 'em. How are we doing for happiness? Gumney wants to play more. Russo wants to play more. Costa and Fraulo want to play more. But we've been playing Costa more, so he should chill out soon, I suspect. And Gali needs more game time to help fulfill his potential. That's what we purchased him for. I'm not going to talk about transfers. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. Oh, we've been going for an hour and a half. How are we looking? Oh, we finished November. Fair enough. I was going to go one more game, but you know what? We're actually going to pull the pin. I'm going to have an early night. We're going to have a short stream, hour and a half, because we can finish on a really good note with an excellent victory. Undefeated stream. Every single game. Boom. Wins. Ignore the friendly. We've only played 4 matches. It's taken us an hour and a half. We could probably squeeze the next 2 in half an hour. But I think we all deserve a break. I think we've all earned it. Yeah, you guys have all done super well. So, we're going to take a breather tomorrow. No stream. It's Wednesday. It's my night off. I'll be playing with silly AI robots. And doing all sorts of wacka stuff. And when we come back on Thursday Australian time, we will be kicking the crap out of Darmstadt, Union Berlin, Frankfurt, Kaiserslautern, and Nuremberg, these guys. But as things stand on our journey, let's see what the board think of us. They love us. They've got nothing of particular interest to highlight at this stage. And neither do the supporters. We've got a B-. We're meeting all of our goals and then some. We need to finish top 3 this season to keep everybody off our nards. We are top of the league. Hell yeah, we are. And we are 11 points clear of 3rd place, 12 points clear of 4th place. That's important and meaningful. The further we get into the season, the bigger that gap is, the less likely we are to drop out of these places, which is exactly where we need to be. And the bigger we can make this gap right here, which currently stands at 2 points, the more possibility there is that we can do something really, really stupid and unexpected this season. We're also still in the cup. We're going to play another Bundesliga team in Frankfurt in January, which is going to be awesome. And Ivan Pollard with 11 goals is awesome. He is also not up there, the top scorer in the league. Seb Richter, though, is leading the league for assists. He's also leading the league for player of the match, closely followed by Pollard. Ribeiro is the best goalkeeper in the league. And none of our guys are on the naughty boys list, so we're losing the yellow card battle. We'll see what we can do about that. We are going to call it for tonight there. Thank you, Mr. Lucas, for coming along and talking guitars. I will no doubt speak to you at some point tomorrow, and you know why. No spoilers. For everybody who has popped in and had a look, thank you kindly. For everybody watching the VODs, thank you for watching the VODs. Keep doing that. Check him out over on YouTube as well. youtube.com/@Deadpool_2028. The link on the Twitch page, my About page, actually works now. I fixed it. You're all welcome. I'm just rambling now, and I don't need to be. I've said we're ending, and I'm still sitting here. So I'm going to go. Awesome. But thanks all. Until next time, I shall see you next time. This is the Wizard of Oz. I'm your old mate DP. This is DP Dome. Signing off. Huzzah. Toodles, everybody. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Hump day. Yeah. Sexiest day of the week.